Take a look at this tiny human. To the average person, this is simply a small Japanese girl. But to a BABYMETAL fan, this girl is Moa-metal, hyper of crowds, receiver of plushies, and arbiter of flags that almost never misbehave. As captain of the Scream and Dance division of the greatest metal band of all time, she's spent more than half her life on stage. It's her stage, and it's part of her well-balanced diet. Only for Moa-metal. Get off Moa's stage, poser. Not eat it, you. Did I say small? Forget that word small even exists because Moa has made the world this promise. I am not small. So make some room, United States of America. While you were busy giving birth to freedom from monarchical tyranny, a new monarch of metal was reborn on the same date 223 years later in Nagoya, Japan. Moa Kikuchi. So, in reverence and celebration of this historic day, this is a lot of things we think we know about Moa Kikuchi. Now I say we think we know because as any BABYMETAL fan knows, much of Moa's true details and personal life are intentionally well hidden. This is the case for all of the members of BABYMETAL, and here on my channel, we support that. Above all else, BABYMETAL must be protected. In this video, I'm going to basically take you through a newer BABYMETAL fan's stab at a crash course on Moa-metal. We'll cover the life, career, and personality of Moa Kikuchi. Some of these details can be sourced fairly competently through multiple websites and news sources, while other details I will bring up may be simply hearsay, or even fully fan-made rumors. So let me just get this out of the way. This video is not meant to be definitive journalistic documentary of Moa Kikuchi. I'm still a fairly new fan myself, and BABYMETAL only became my favorite band around the summer of 2024. I am very much learning new things about BABYMETAL every day. My mission statement on this channel is to spread awareness and appreciation for BABYMETAL. I want as many new people to discover and love BABYMETAL as possible. That's my main goal of being here. I'm not trying to be a BABYMETAL lore expert, intent on filling the holes in my life with moments like, "Aw, Moa-metal is so small, I can't believe she's only 5 feet tall. Actually, she's 152 centimeters, which would be 4'11" and 8/10. Like, bro, come on. Let's just have fun with this. Everything I say about Moa-metal today is a welcome candidate for scrutiny. By all means, please use the comments section to correct things, add additional details, ask questions, provide sources for any details mentioned, go crazy. Let's start with a brief bio, then we'll go over some fun facts, and then we'll close it out with some poll data. Okay, so Moa-metal was born as Moa Kikuchi on July 4th, 1999 in Nagoya, Japan, the capital city in Japan's Aichi Prefecture. The name Moa means most loved, which turned out to be a perfect name, since Moa has now been known for years to be caring and supportive in nature.
I love everyone, and I hope we can continue to get love and support.
Especially towards Su-metal. Moa's love is not limited to the Queen in the East, however, as fans have nicknamed her the Angel of Love, based largely on the fact that she tends to be the most interactive with the crowd at live performances and always interacts with a smile and positive or goofy nature. It was hard for me to find information about Moa's early life between the ages of 0 and 8, at least in the vanishingly limited amount of free time I have for research, but most child stars begin lessons in singing, dancing, and acting long before they step into the public eye. And while I couldn't find another reference to it, the wiki suggests that she worked as a model and commercial actor in her earliest years. So it's hard to say if Moa-metal ever experienced what one would consider a normal life. At any rate, things quickly became very not normal for Moa Kikuchi in 2007. It was that year that she won a competition called Chow Girl Audition 2007, which garnered at least 10,000 contestants. The important thing to take away from this is that even at the age of 8, there were at least 9,999 other kids less cool than Moa Kikuchi. Now, this competition was hosted by a Tokyo-based talent agency called Amuse. If you're a BABYMETAL fan, you've probably heard of them. If you're a BABYMETAL YouTuber, you have certainly heard of them and probably have complicated feelings about Amuse, and the term copyright may haunt your dreams at night. So after winning the competition, Amuse signed Moa Kikuchi as a talent when she was only 8 years old, and Moa would travel monthly to Osaka to participate in dancing and singing lessons. Yes, she did need lessons. She was not born this much of a limbo champion. She worked for that shit. Now, I wanted to fill the gap of what Moa was doing with Amuse from 2007 to 2010, as 3 years is a big chunk of time. But I couldn't confidently find anything that wasn't Google AI-generated unsourced mystery meat, so if anyone has some info on that, please comment below. Now, on August 2nd of 2010, the glorious fate of metal music was set in motion when Moa, along with her soon-to-be best pal Yui, were selected to join Amuse's youth program known as Sakura Gakuin, or Cherry Blossom Academy. And for further references in this video, anytime I say Cherry Blossom Academy, or SG, that is just me referencing Sakura Gakuin, while attempting to minimize my horrible American pronunciation of a Japanese term. So, Cherry Blossom Academy was a program that looked like a school, and if you see videos of it on YouTube, you could be excused for thinking that it was a real school in Japan. But it was just a themed talent agency program. Its purpose was to give 10 to 15-year-old girls practice in the talent industry for about 5 years, at which point they would graduate from the academy and pursue other projects. Now, when Moa Kikuchi was selected for SG, she participated in a few subgroups that the academy had within. A Patan club called Twinkle Stars, an obscure heavy metal music club that was never given a name, and the most well-known group Moa Kikuchi participated in, Mini Pati Cooking Club. A club where Moa truly got to live out her dream of being surrounded by food. Ha, just kidding. I mean, she really did do all those clubs, and she does love being surrounded by food. What I mean is, that heavy metal music club did have a name. In fact, it still does. For on November 28, 2010, BABYMETAL performed for the very first time at the Cherry Blossom Festival, with Su-Metal on vocals and Yui-Metal alongside her as Scream and Dance, Moa-Metal was born. With the group known as BABYMETAL, Moa-Metal helped take J-pop culture and blend it against heavy metal music to glorious, world-altering results. Moa-Metal was chosen originally for BABYMETAL, in part as a duo alongside Yui-Metal as they had similar twin-like appearance, contrasted with Su-Metal's somewhat taller and more imposing presence. Somewhat taller. Moa-Metal was there for BABYMETAL's first performance, and has been with them ever since, still performing with BABYMETAL to this day, with no decrescendo in sight. BABYMETAL is bigger than ever in 2025, and thus so is Moa-Metal. So is that it? Is that all there is to say about Moa-Metal? Fuck no, we're like halfway done here. You've heard the general bio of Moa-Metal now, but for the second part of this video, I'd like to take a more simple approach. We're just going to spit some trivia about Moa. Please be reminded, while I don't willfully believe anything incorrect about Moa-Metal, the following facts vary greatly in the amount at which they can be sourced. Some will obviously and provably be true. Some will be well-established but still uncertain, and even more will be almost entirely speculative rumors talked about by fans. So, in no particular order, here are just a few facts we think we know about Moa-Metal. During her time with BABYMETAL, Moa-Metal was a part of a BABYMETAL subgroup known as Black BABYMETAL. During their performances as Black BABYMETAL, members Moa-Metal and Yui-Metal would become evil-rapping skeletons and not let Su-Metal anywhere near the stage. Their songs included Sis Anger, Anadari Daisakusen, GJ, and of course, Song 4. Speaking of Song 4, the lyrics to this Black BABYMETAL song were fabled to have been written by Moa-Metal and Yui-Metal. There are many versions of the story, but one version suggests that during a tour bus ride to Singapore, Moa and Yui were bored, and Su-Metal suggested they write a song about the number 4. Not only did they make up some lyrics, but they sang it for the whole bus ride, much to the annoyance of everybody else on the bus. Moa-Metal is a huge fan of cute plushies. She has one named Shirotime, that likely looks something like this. But she also has a quickly growing cuddly horde of plushies due to the epidemic of projectile gift-giving exercised by many Moa-Metal enthusiasts in the crowd at BABYMETAL concerts. Here comes one now. Moa-Metal loves food, and will talk about it given the opportunity, every single time. Some of her favorites are fried chicken, and also omelet with rice. You know? Omelet with rice. Sometimes Moa-Metal stares at Su-Metal's hair during interviews. Sometimes Moa-Metal stares into the sky during interviews. Moa-Metal is not small. She is actually very large. She has been reported to be a whopping 4 feet and 11 inches and some change. She is closing in on 5 feet tall. Part of my mission today is to spread this hardly known knowledge so that people can finally stop calling Moa-Metal small. 'Cause she's not. She's not small. 5 feet is a lot. Moa-Metal has stated that she feels particularly inspired when she sees young girls at BABYMETAL shows. Specifically in an interview, she stated that she was honored that some fans discovered metal music because of them. She's like the big sister you never had. She truly wants you to thrive and believe in yourself. There's a recurring assertion in the fandom that Moa-Metal once said that she would have been a pharmacist if BABYMETAL didn't pan out. I was able to find a Reddit post by Leman Dahiro from 11 years ago that has what seems to be a translated transcription of 100 questions and answers directed at BABYMETAL. I believe this originated from a Japanese magazine. In those answers, it seems Moa did indicate an interest in being a pharmacist. But she also seems to be talking about magic, so I don't know. The vagueness and translation barrier makes it tough to know for sure, but if Moa-Metal opened up a pharmacy, CVS and Walgreens would probably lose all of my business. During her days at the Cherry Blossom Academy, Moa was asked what her dream was, to which she would reply, "I want to be Super Moa." Needless to say, she can cross that off her bingo sheet. You are Super Moa, champ. Moa-metal has an unbreakable bond with Su-metal. While Moa and Momo have undoubtedly grown close, Moa-metal and Su-metal have not only been together for 15 years, but they grew especially close through their tribulation of losing their dear metal sister Yui-Metal, who had to leave BABYMETAL due to health concerns, which was officially announced in 2018. Going through the hardship of keeping metal alive as a duo, instead of a trio, caused Su and Moa to rely heavily on each other as a support system. There is even a story out there that suggests Suzuka was going to be done with BABYMETAL in 2018. The story goes that Moa found out that Suzuka wanted to quit and took her out for a night of karaoke. After this fun night together, Su-metal was convinced to keep BABYMETAL going. If true, this story means that Moa-metal is the savior of BABYMETAL. She'll take your praise and worship now, thanks. Sometimes Moa-metal gets crucified, but not as hard as Su-metal does. Moa-metal has no fear of frogs, but in fact seems to draw more power from them. However, this is not true for Su-metal. Su-metal cordially invites you to get that goddamn frog the fuck away from her. Moa-metal once broke the sound barrier when she flipped a vinyl of Metal Resistance during their appearance on BABYMETAL Reacts to YouTubers React to BABYMETAL. Moa-metal took over the microphone during her Night of 20 performance and sang BABYMETAL's song Headbanger in Suzuka's place, creating a new song entirely called Moa-banger, which has become many fans' favorite song and performance. Okay, so for this last part, we're going to go over some poll data based on direct input from real BABYMETAL fans. So here we go.
Drop it.
66% of fans say Moa has the best death glare after Su-metal. 71% of fans already know about Shiratan, which is frankly entirely too low. Only 22% of fans said they'd recognize Moa before Su or Momo without their stage costumes on, making Moa-metal the best at camouflage. A 40% majority of fans say they'd rather work out with Moa than anyone else in BABYMETAL, which is over double the amount of people that said they'd want all three to cheer them on, which sounds crazy until you see this last poll. A 36% majority of fans say Moa Kikuchi is their favorite BABYMETAL member. Now, of course, we use the term favorite here loosely, as favorites can change and don't take away from the appreciation we have for all of BABYMETAL's members, from Suzuka all the way up to Koba-metal. But I wanted to end with this poll because all of the hype lately surrounding Momo-metal and Su-metal constantly being at center stage otherwise, I have seen a few fans get worried that Moa-metal has not been getting her due. So it's nice to see that a majority of fans not only appreciate Moa-metal still, but actually specifically place her as their favorite. So happy birthday, Moa-metal! BABYMETAL fans across the globe are enjoying life more than they were before they knew who you were. And that is truly an accomplishment. A special thank you to everyone who contributed information in this video, commented on my post about it, and a continual, exuberant thanks for everyone who has watched, commented on, supported my channel. If you're new here and you liked what you watched, I have a lot more content for you to check out over at my channel, especially as it pertains to BABYMETAL shorts. As I said before, my mission on YouTube is to spread love and appreciation for BABYMETAL. If I can get even one person to discover BABYMETAL for the first time, or to get existing fans to love them more, then that is a win in my book, cuz see ya!